Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Normieville. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. I really appreciate that. Odell Beckham Jr. dropped a bombshell on us on Twitter a few hours ago. I want to bring to your attention Odell Beckham Jr., the man that had the one-handed catch during, I believe, the playoff game during his time with the New York Giants. He went on to play for the Cleveland Browns, had a small stint there, didn't really work out. He went to, I believe, the Rams, LA Rams, and won a ring, which was great. But now he is a free agent, and he has come out and he is suing Nike. Yes, he's suing Nike. Let's go to the next page and show you the article here. This is from Complex. Odell Beckham Jr. sues Nike for over 20 million. Shares statement claiming company, quote, did not honor its commitments. Now, this is at the hands, this is on the eve of, who was it? Kyrie Irving being cut from Nike for his post promoting anti-Semitism. We understand what that is. But in any case, Odell Beckham Jr. is now suing Nike, claiming that they did not hold their end of the bargain. And we're going to read about it here in the article, talking about what exactly that is. Let's get started. It says here, free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. has filed a lawsuit against Nike, saying that the Oregon-based conglomerate, quote unquote, screwed him out of millions, right? OBJ released the following statement regarding the lawsuit. Now, he posted this. I saw this on his Twitter account, and I'm going to read it to you. It says here, quote, being a Nike athlete and a brand icon was a dream I've had since being a young boy. I wanted to be the next Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, LeBron James, or Kobe Bryant in the Nike family. When Nike exercised its right of first refusal to match the Adidas offer and not only kept me as a Nike athlete, but also made me one of their brand icons. My dream had been fulfilled. Unfortunately, Nike did not honor its commitments. Throughout our partnership, I have kept my promise and fulfilled my obligations to the brand. I am extremely disappointed that I've had to take these measures to ensure Nike fulfills their obligations and promises. Beckham continued, quote, today I am taking a stand not just for me, but to set a precedent for all athletes who have dedicated their life to the sport they love, especially those who don't have the means to stand up for themselves. We are held responsible for fulfilling our obligations under our contracts, but we also have to hold powerful companies like Nike accountable for honoring their commitments too. I look forward to resolving this issue and hope we can start a real conversation about protecting athletes and their rights. This happens too often in the sports industry, and it's time for change. As this is now a legal matter, please refer any question to my attorney, Daniel Davler. Now, Odell Beckham Jr. is alleging here that Nike has not fulfilled their promises to him. And as we read further in this article, Nike actually owes Odell Beckham Jr. some money, allegedly, due to their lack of holding up the bargain. Let's read some more. It says here, Odell Beckham claims he wanted to switch to Adidas after his original deal with Nike expired in 2017. But the company exercised its right to match the multi-million-dollar offer from its rival. Since then, Beckham says Nike withheld millions in compensation and royalties. Beckham claims that when Nike met the exact terms in Adidas' offer, the company also agreed to make him a brand icon, allegedly the first player in the NFL to receive such a title. OBJ alleges that Nike didn't exactly match the language in the Adidas deal, which led to problems between the two down the road. The relationship took a turn for the worse when Nike allegedly kept just over $2 million of the nearly $2.6 million he was owed in March 2022. Beckham alleges that he contacted Nike about the discrepancy in pay, but also questioned the status of his guaranteed extension. Beckham was also allegedly told by Nike that he failed to meet the requirements benchmarked by almost $70 million. He attributes the dispute to the threshold to incorrect language in their deal. You see this? So they allegedly, Odell Beckham says that Nike owes him almost, I would say, $2 million or maybe $2.6 million. And that they wanted to make him, he wanted to be a brand icon, much like the basketball players, like you said, like LeBron and Kobe and all the rest. Because a lot of the basketball players didn't become an icon. And so they get their shoes heavily promoted. They get all the commercials, the clothing lines, all that good stuff. All right. And that makes them an icon. Well, Odell Beckham wanted to be that same thing. And at the height of his career, he would have been that. Especially after they made the catch and everything. He was making big receiving numbers and touchdown numbers. Yards and all that kind of stuff, the stats. He could have very well been an icon. But now, he's a free agent. And, of course, he needs some money, right? So he's looking over his contract. He's like, hey, man, y'all done stiff me somewhere. And now we got a lawsuit going on between Nike. And, again, this comes on the heels of Nike cutting Kyrie loose for everything he's got going on in the NBA. Let's read a little bit more. Here, to end it off, Odell alleges Nike stopped actively manufacturing and or selling royalty-generating products after 2020 in an effort to ensure that he doesn't meet the aforementioned benchmarks. As for the nearly $2 million in withheld compensation, Nike allegedly reduced his pay for an alleged footwear violation during one game last season, and an alleged glove violation for 2 games during the 2021 campaign. All told, Odell Beckham alleges he suffered over $20 million in damages. I assume that means compensation. The news arrives 5 years after Odell signed his initial contract with Nike. OBJ is currently a free agent and has spent the first half of the NFL season recovering from the torn ACL he suffered during the Super Bowl. I remember the Super Bowl. He did suffer a torn ACL, but he got the ring. They won the championship. It was great. Odell Beckham finally got his first ring, which, in my opinion, he was deserving of a long time ago. He was a great athlete, even though he had his share of, diva moments along the way. In any case, it says right here, he should be owed over $20 million in damages. And it looks like Nike was kind of doing some funny bits along the way. It says they stopped manufacturing royalty-generating products after 2020, and I believe that's after his career started taking a bit of a nosedive after he went to the Browns and all that. That didn't work out. Then him getting traded to the Rams and all that. So the height of his career was actually doing the Giants when, even though he was making big numbers, he wasn't winning any rings. They were still kind of a bad team in a sense. He was like the height of the team until the running back came in. And so then they tried to put him on the hook for, I guess, some clothing violations, that he was supposed to wear this stuff because he was on the contract with Nike, had to wear certain things. But then they're going to say, well, you didn't wear that, so, because of that, we got to kind of XYZ. So I assume they were trying to put him on the hook for that to keep him from getting the money. But Odell Beckham's calling BS. He's got his lawyers involved, and now we got a lawsuit. So Odell Beckham Jr. is about to try to take Nike to the bank. If they owe him money, they need to pay. Especially now he's a free agent. He needs every dollar he can get. And if his contract is up, so be it. But you got to pay me what you owe. And that's all they're saying, I believe. We'll see how that turns out. In any case, I'm done talking about it. Thank you for watching in on another edition of Normieville. You know me. I'm just a normie giving you the news, entertainment, and sports. Please, again, hit the like button or the subscribe button on your way out. And I'll see you on the next video.